Wasted Opinions. And that's a patriotic hello, because for all you American Yankees out there, we're talking about
American Yankees?
Yeah.
Kind of redundant, but I guess it's still works.
I'm talking about like Civil War era, where there was Yankees. And
Oh, we're doing
like
Captain America Civil War?
No. But we are doing Captain America, the First Avenger. So I will be the host this time, LewisLightning. Over on my, we're going to go this way this time, to CountryBoy.
Howdy, y'all. I'm CountryBoy.
And on my right...
I look as good as Chris Evans.
Oh, okay.
MussKeg.
In
case you weren't...
Oh, you're recording yourself. Oh, okay.
In case you were confused whether it was MussKeg this time or Chris Evans, it's MussKeg. We're good.
I'm interested in that because like you're always the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man thing. So
personality.
But you almost never give Chris Evans Captain America credit. So.
No, it's just I look like him.
But you're saying he's good looking.
He is good.
He's handsome.
Okay.
Shit.
So we're gonna get things going with a little bit of little shot here.
What is this?
What is the shot?
This is blackberry schnapps.
Blackberry schnapps.
Blackberry.
That's a German.
You know what? It's not that good.
Not really.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fruitier.
I get the
It's still better than that fucking garlic vodka though.
As he was saying though earlier about the Germans, there are Germans in this movie. So it's a Marvel movie.
One or two.
What is it? This is Iron Man 2.
Fifth one or sixth? The fourth one.
Hulk, Thor.
This one.
Fifth
Five, yeah.
The fifth one.
Two,
The fifth MCU film coming after Thor, and the very next one before Avengers,
Avengers, yeah.
which was huge, which we'll get into later.
Huge. It's huge.
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 Huge. Well done,
So
America.
yeah, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna talk about like what we thought of it and everything. Let's just go through the cast first.
Why?
Well, when I was playing Captain America,
Chris Evans. What did you guys think of Chris Evans as
Chris
Captain
Evans
America?
did a very good job.
He is that classic. You know,
I'll say I wasn't on board right away because he already played a Marvel character, and he did a good job. Honestly, I thought he did a good job as the Flamer.
Yeah.
You need to went towards the flamer, man.
Flamer guy.
I'm gonna Google it, and then when I find like a gay porn image, it's gonna be like put here.
Oh, that'll get
The
striped.
Flamer. Some guy in a bear outfit.
It's got like an outfit, and just like the nipples are cut out of his suit. Just
Chris Evans could pull that off.
Anyways,
you know,
he could.
yeah.
So Chris Evans,
I didn't think he was going to do that good of a job, but because he was such a totally different character.
I agree somewhat with that sentiment. I didn't believe, not because he was doing someone else, but he was kind of comical in that.
Yeah.
And Captain America was always such a big ripped dude.
Yeah.
And he's lean. He's lean.
When he comes out of that,
he's right there.
Machine.
And I like that part where Haley Atwell, also in the movie, we'll get to her a bit, but she looks at him, she's just like, oh. And she just briefly touched and then stopped, like she couldn't help herself.
Fun fact, when they screened this movie, a lot of the people were wondering how they made that really skinny looking dude look big, when in reality they made the really big looking dude look small.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I liked all the little things they did to make him look, it is...
I think it's just a casting that turned out well.
Yeah.
Right?
You're talking about this big thing. It is always Chris Evans' head at least, sometimes his body.
Yeah, it looks a little awkward.
But it's I like how they did that. Anyways, so Chris Evans...
Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes
I didn't have faith in him at the start. I grew to love him. Yeah. I think he's great as it.
Let's go maybe Hugo Weaving as Red Skull.
Hugo Weaving. I was going to go Haley Atwell, but we'll go Hugo Weaving because main villain.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was even better casting. I thought that I liked Hugo Weaving. I liked Hugo Weaving as an actor.
Good, yeah.
I thought I liked the look of Red Skull too in the movie. I thought it was perfect. Like that's what I picture Red Skull looking like when I think of the comics and stuff. And he looked good. He sounded good.
I think it speaks volumes that when they did Infinity War and they kind of brought him back, they got someone who had to imitate him. Exactly.
They didn't get Hugo Weaving?
No, it was the dude from Walking Dead. One of the dudes. I don't know if you're currently watching.
Thanks,
Aaron.
yeah.
His name is Aaron on the show. I don't know what the actor's name is. Aaron.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he
I
was
never
the
watched
baby
Walking
guy.
Dead, but he did it so flawlessly. But just as far as Hugo Weaving goes, that you had to do that character the same way because it was done perfectly.
Yeah.
Red Skull was perfect. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe that.
I mean, maybe someone else could have done better, but I don't think so. But Hugo Weaving did a great job, and he looked like Red Skull.
I'm going to say Haley Atwell, who's her career just blossomed after that. I never heard of her before.
Oh, she blossomed, all right.
What was she from? Like,
Exactly.
She's not from anything.
I never heard of her
She's not
before.
from anything.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
What has she been in other than
her own
Shield
show.
or,
Her own show, Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Yeah,
Agent
okay, but
Shield.
that's the same character.
I know,
What
I know.
else has she done other than that?
That's literally she's had like
okay,
small
so
roles.
she hasn't really blossomed.
No.
If
She's had smaller roles since then, but
She's been back for other films a little bit because she's an important character. She did that portrayal well.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
She was powerful. Like, fuck, someone melted her off. She wouldn't hesitate to
absolutely,
knock
she's a
him
tough
off.
chick, and I was on board.
And
I
good
was like,
looking.
What about Tommy Lee
And I was
Jones?
gonna, yeah.
Jones.
Tommy
Yeah,
Lee,
You know Tommy Lee.
Dr. Feelgood as the. I laughed so hard at the part when he's like, "Look at that! He's making me cry. It makes me want to cry."
I thought
He's
it was
still
good casting.
He
I
was
like
good.
Tommy Lee Jones. It's just I thought they could have had some nobody do that role.
He was-
I've
yes,
seen Tommy
yes.
Lee Jones do that role though, because it feels like the type of role Tommy Lee Jones wouldn't do normally.
He feels like,
It's not serious.
well, yeah. He's like grumpy Tommy Lee, which I assume is regular Tommy Lee, like not acting.
Yeah, like the fugitive Tommy Lee.
I ain't gonna kiss you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's Tommy Lee.
There's so many casts. So I just not to jump, but I just wanted to get to one of my favorite castings in the whole movie. Stanley Tucci as don't know his name, but as the guy who basically made our Captain America. He made the serum.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think who his fucking character was.
yeah.
Erskine.
Yes, you're right.
Abraham
yes.
Erskine.
Yes.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I love the part when they're sitting there and he's like, they're telling the story and he's like, let's have a drink. And he's like, wait, what do you procedure tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's like, well, save some for me. Save some for you. I'm not.
I'm not getting the procedure. He's the doctor doing it. But did anyone else you want to point out? Because I do want to point out guy who Arnim Zola.
Oh, Toby.
So I can never remember his name.
Toby.
I don't know his
I remember him as Otis from
Arnim
The
Zola,
Mist.
yeah, the dude. His Red Skull's fucking right hand guy.
Yeah, he was. I thought he's probably in it.
Toby Jones.
He's in it as much as Red Skull.
Yeah.
And like I like the interview scenes. Like I don't eat meat, and like all that scene. I love that a lot.
Because do you know how hard it is to cut a beef like this in here?
His target is everywhere.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, it's so good. He was great in
He's
it,
a good actor.
and
Yeah,
he
he's a lot
actually
more subtle.
bringing him back for the Winter Soldier
Oh,
was awesome.
yeah, that was like one of the coolest moments.
Yeah, he
But
was so great.
that's later.
I mean, I guess based on his look, he's never going to be like the main character in
Yeah.
most films.
No, he's what you
Poor
call
guy.
a character
He's got a-
actor, right?
but he's great.
Different
Like
looking,
Jackie Earl
goofy
Haley
looking,
from-
you know.
Watchmen and stuff like those character actors.
But he's a solid actor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he does his role well. Like I said, is there anyone else you guys wanted to bring up as far
Well,
as?
I do like Tony
Bucky,
Stark's dad.
Bucky, oh my God!
Too,
So,
yeah.
The Winter Soldier.
Sebastian Stan.
Okay.
So here's the funny thing. I don't know if you know that. You might know this.
Back to my app.
What?
Go ahead. Yeah, Bucky Barnes. Do Bucky Barnes. We both blurted it out at the same
Talk
time.
over me or whatever.
We both blurted it out at the same time.
Do you know?
Bucky Barnes.
There's a movie that Sebastian Stan's in that's near and dear to my heart.
You gotta say what movie.
You have to say.
Hot Tub Time Machine. He
Oh,
was in
I've
the
never
Hot
seen
Tub
it.
Time Machine.
Yeah, he had
He
a.
played the ski patrol guy.
Yeah, it was a small role.
Well, he's the main villain in it.
Oh, it was that one. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was thinking it was like one of the other
The
guys.
black one. He thought it was the black one.
No. I
So
thought
it was so funny
sorry.
to me. See, that's what I saw him in first, and so it was so funny to see him
Whatever.
in this. And I'm like, okay, well. Anyway, sorry, John.
And
Jesus.
Sebastian Stan was brought back from Winter Soldier, and his career is blossomed after that. I looked it up. He's had like as many movies in the last 5 years as he had in the decade prior.
Yeah.
So like that blew up his career.
Shit, I've seen him in recent stuff too. Why can't I think of what movies though? Because he's been in some really actually big movies too. Ah, fuck, sorry guys. I didn't.
He was in
research Sebastian
Infinity
Stan.
Wars.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Yes, yeah. Anyways,
The end of Black Panther.
I was gonna say the dude that played what's his face? Tony's dad, Tony Stark's dad.
Oh
yeah.
yes, Dominic Cooper.
Yes, Dominic Cooper.
Yeah.
Yes. See, he's blossomed.
Because he was.
He's actually been in a few.
He
things
was in
since
Mamma Mia.
I have not seen that.
I guess.
I know he was in
I know.
Skyfall.
Warcraft.
Or he was in.
Was it Warcraft?
He was in Warcraft.
What was he in Warcraft?
He was the king.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was in Skyfall.
He's also in his own show,
Bond.
his own AMC show, Preacher, which is
That's
pretty good show.
I get that confused with Constantine. I'm like, it's not Constantine.
Yeah, no,
it's Preacher.
Pretty
yes.
sweet show if you guys haven't watched.
What is? No, we won't get into that.
It's got dark
But Tony
comedy.
Stark's dad's a really underrated character in the MCU. Actually,
He's
He's got a lot of influence on like Shield and like the whole Marvel world. Really,
And you know, I guess that's a kind of a cool thing about his dad is that his dad was a mover and shaker, but not in his own time.
well, and he said
Kind of.
like in Iron Man 2, I'm limited by my technology.
Technology, yeah.
yeah,
But he knew about the palladium and like what he had to do instead and all.
yeah.
That. So
Anyways, that's a cast.
The cast?
10 minutes in.
you know what? Let's get MussKeg to do a summary of the story.
Actually, I watched it recently, so.
Did you?
Good, because I did not
Good
get
on
none at
you.
the time.
So, yeah, I watched all the Captain Americas recently, actually.
It's the best series.
So, long story short, it's a tale as old as time.
As old as you know, guy meets girl,
So
they
it's-
fall in love.
Skinny.
time.
I mean, the point of Captain America isn't his powers. The point of
I know
Captain...
what you're
I'm not giving you any
I
revelation.
could remember.
This is nothing revolutionary, but the point of Captain America is his heart and
Yeah.
his morals, not who he is. So, starts off skinny kid from Brooklyn, really wants to join the army, keeps failing or keeps getting denied, keeps trying. The point is, he's the guy who never quits, right? And he can do this all day. His famous quote.
It says in all
His
the
best
Captain
friend
America movies,
Bucky is a strapping, awesome dude who's going to go
yeah. He actually is
away.
going to war.
He's
Yeah.
going to war.
It's like he's the guy that Steve Rogers
Bucky
wants to be.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. He lives through his friend.
And he's tagged by Stanley Tucci's character, I can't remember.
Abraham Erskine.
Abraham Erskine, who sees how much this guy wants to
The
be.
heart.
He can see it because Stanley Tucci could see it too.
Yeah.
That he's the one that needs to be for this super soldier program that they're running. Eamon Erskine came from, or sorry, not Eamon, but Erskine came from the Nazi side of things with this super soldier serum that actually had been used on the Red Skull.
Yeah.
But this is kind of hokey, but only a good, pure
Well,
heart.
yeah.
It enhances evil and it enhances heroism or whatever.
It's like what you were saying about how he's a good person.
Yeah.
And it's like he says in the movie something along the lines of, if you are like good inside, it makes you better.
Yeah, if
but
you're
if
bad,
you're
it makes
bad,
it worse. Yeah,
it makes it worse. And like that's why Red Skull's
So
face is
without
fucked up.
spoiling, I'm just kidding. So Steve Rogers gets eventually volunteered and gets picked to be this trial. Comes out as Captain America. Everybody's stunned. Leads to this whole chain of events that eventually, not to go into all the details, but he eventually becomes the hero of America, the war. He doesn't want to be
World
this
War
like...
II.
Yeah, he becomes like a mascot though, more than an actual soldier.
Yeah, and it's like
he's not actually doing anything real.
At first, he's just a propaganda machine. That's
Yeah.
all they use him for. But it kind of speaks to his character that he wasn't just good sitting there on the sidelines being a cheerleader, getting people to buy war bonds and help the war. That he wanted to get involved. And when he found out, like, I have to help people.
Found out about Bucky.
POWs.
That's what sent him in there initially. Yeah, that was his
and
first.
so he proved himself.
And the big thing about the Captain America that I thought was the most important part, and that's the summary. Captain America becoming who he is what the movie's about. And obviously at the end the loss. But I just want to touch on this one point. The thing that was so important about this movie, if you ask me, was it started introducing the Infinity Stones.
Yes, the Tesseract.
But did we know they were Infinity Stones at the time? Though?
No, we did.
I don't think even the directors and stuff
brought in.
Yes,
Brought in.
looking back, yes,
yeah.
that is cool. Yes, absolutely.
So here's the question I want to ask you, because like when we started this and you were like, I'm not Chris Evans, I just looked like him or whatever. Because you have always been, when Civil War came up, that created a divide. So like, as far as Captain America goes, like what are your thoughts on him, a Civil War side as a character?
Well, he's a fantastic character. He's the moral. He is the moral compass. You could argue between him and the most important people in
They're the key to people, and I would say the Avengers.
I don't have a problem with Captain America as a character. I should say that. I've got to be clear.
Same with Tony Stark. Exactly.
Exactly.
Vice versa.
In fact, I watched this movie and I was surprised how much I liked Captain America actually. But I will say that this movie, rewatching it again, was actually a really good movie, and I loved. This movie did a really good job, in my opinion, of bringing superheroes into the real world. More so than even Iron Man and Iron Man 2 and Thor before this. I mean, Iron Man was good in the sense when he built up the thing, but Captain America is in there with a gun, an old school pistol, shooting, riding motorbikes, going into things. So I thought he did a good job that way.
I was gonna say the scene where he kicks the door open and him and the rest of the crew's shooting that's
some really
sticks to me.
I liked his crew actually too. That was a cool.
Yeah, what are they called? What's his group called?
Well, they were the Howling Commandos under Nick Fury, but I guess in the movie they're using them the same way.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, because usually when we talk about Captain America, it's now it's tainted because of Civil War, and you're always fuck that guy. He has to come out on top.
Actually,
pre-Civil War, post-Civil War.
We'll talk about that. Wait for our Civil War episode. I'm just going to say this. I don't not like Captain America. I just didn't agree with this one. So I actually like him in all the movies except for Civil War.
Okay.
I'll say a little bit of a spoiler is that when or not spoiler. It's not a spoiler at all.
Years past.
But I was going to say, when I watched this film the first time, I didn't really like it a whole lot.
I liked it, actually, the first time.
I did not like the... and it was really all because of that musical scene where he's, holding up a motorcycle and there's, a big...
pretends to punch
musical number.
Hitler in the face.
Over and over. And, me and CountryBoy were talking about it, too, a little bit, where it's even when you get to
it bogs it down for
taking
me.
out Hydra cells, he's it's
that
montage.
That whole sequence
when he's supposed to even go get Bucky Barnes. Yeah. It's a montage of him getting in there. It's maybe just show me getting to Bucky Barnes. Don't fucking do a
Take
montage.
The 10 minutes to do it instead of
there were 3 montages in the movie, and
it's no wonder that guy hasn't been a repeat director for it.
He does a lot of war films, and I'm not gonna. Joe Johnston.
I don't know. I did not. I never felt like it was a World War II movie. I never felt that way at all.
I did.
It never felt that way at all. I know it was supposed to be, but they always had the film always has this haze to it, a bluish kind of haze.
I did not. Yeah.
And I never cared for it. It felt like it was all Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
I did not like Hydra guys having those laser guns. That bugged me.
That's another thing. I didn't like them having this future tech all around.
To me, that was a comic book thing, and I was okay with it.
I wasn't.
It was.
Well, wait, but if you're going to be a gritty World War II thing, stick to it.
I wanted it to be grittier. That's what it is. If it was grittier, I would have rated it a lot higher than I do.
And this is the thing. For me, I read comic books. That's what separates an actual World War II movie from a comic book World War II movie. That you have
I thought
they were doing these crazy
superhero
experiments.
guy with the tight spandex. He was.
No, I was because I knew that. I was expecting that. It never ever did feel like World War II to me. I'm sorry. If it was mostly Hydra over the Nazis, which I know is a division of the Nazis.
As I was gonna say,
I know
they sidestepped because they're gonna market this movie in Germany.
Yeah.
They sidestepped Nazis being the main villains. I liked how they did that. I never felt it was a big point, but
so it never felt like they were fighting the Nazis. It was it felt like they were always fighting Hydra, and it never felt like it was World War II. Like they were fighting.
I will
Hitler.
say about this movie, the first half much better than the last half. The whole build up to Captain America for me.
You know what? When his transformation happens, and then
the build up
a little
to
bit
him
after that,
becoming Captain, and a little bit after, and then once he becomes the marketing guy, then it's
Then after that, I was like, this isn't my movie. But
the first leading up is so good.
It was built up.
I do like the very end. I had to break it down into quarters. I like the first 2 quarters, not the third. But I like the end when he gets actually in there, fucking fighting Red Skull, taking down the big plane. That's cool. But there's a section. There's definitely a section in the middle portion that I don't like.
Yeah.
I do like him discovering his shield. He's all his different shields. That one's vibranium. It's that's all there is on. On
I like to see all the different variations and some of them have little pads in there that they're.
Or even when he takes out his first bad guy when he first become when he's souped up.
Sorry.
And he has that fucking door.
Taxi door,
and it's got the star on it. It's like, that's kind of
That was one of my favorite parts was when
cool.
he's just become this and he's chasing after the guy and he stumbles into the building. It was cool because it shows a guy who's not
used to his body. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that part.
Let's just go over one small scene that we all liked about it, and then we'll get to our scores.
Okay.
A small scene that I really liked is you guys just brought it up when he was chasing down that villain who like kills Erskine in the testing.
Yeah.
When he like pulls out his tooth and like crunches it to the cyanide pill.
Oh yeah, the cyanide pill.
That is one of my favorite scenes.
That's pretty cool.
Mind if I go?
Go ahead. Yeah,
I will say the whole the grenade sequence at the start when he's training when the grenade gets thrown and he
jumps
like,
covers it. Yeah.
Everybody get away! And that was Tommy Lee trying to prove a point.
Yeah,
Jones.
And then he goes,
Tommy Jones.
Oh, right.
And then he still goes, he's like, he's still skinny.
Yeah.
He walks
But
away.
that was a great of his character. That was great.
So that's the definition of Captain America.
And mine was near the end when he was fighting Red Skull and they were on the ship and Red Skull gets sucked up into the thing whatever because of the Tesseract and then he's talking with Haley Atwell about I guess we're not gonna get that dance. And he knows he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And he dive bombs that thing into the water.
I was gonna bring it up as part I thought of it and I forgot it, but his principles as a person, man, he wanted to be with her. But saving United States or the world or however you look at it was more important to him and he gave that up. Died. Another one I was just quickly going to say it was the flagpole. When that comes down, it showed his, like as a strategist, as a tactician, he figured this shit out.
Nice. Nice to you.
So scores.
Man, I feel so bad about my scores because I don't remember where I put everything.
See,
I have my score.
I have a list of how I rank the movies, but every time I do a movie here on the channel, I'm doing it in the moment. So it could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say a 7.5.
Okay, go to John next.
Okay. You're not going to like mine. This is I'll say right now, this is my least favorite MCU movie. So it's going to be a low score. All the MCU.
Thor Ragnarok, you like more?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I do. This is my least favorite MCU movie. It has been and it always will be
Always will be.
Even over the
Unless they don't say that
Hulk
always.
with Edward Norton?
Yes. Yes. I didn't hate that one. I don't know why.
I don't hate that one either, but it's a lower tier. Lower tier, I agree.
It is. Okay. I'll give it 6.2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was gonna. When you said 6, I was like 6.8.
No, it's on the lower end of the spectrum. I'm not a big fan.
I honestly want to
I want to
look at my list and then give the rankings again, but I'll give this one a 7.1.
Okay.
Yeah. I acknowledged my list and I was like, I'm not gonna meet that criteria. Just fucking do it.
One thing that bugs me in this movie, I just
7.0.
The graphics. I think everything looks terrible in it graphically. Like when they're on the zip line, they go onto that freaking train before Bucky Barnes gets launched out. That looks terrible. It looks so fake going down to that thing.
I guess.
And all the freaking guns they're shooting, all the blue blasts, it looks fake. The big giant tank that he blows up, that looks fake. It all looks fake. I just didn't like that.
See, this I'm not going to disagree. It does look fake, a lot of it.
Yeah.
The CG is not my issue in this movie. Well, it is an issue. But like when I look at it compared to, say, Thor, which is the movie prior, it's just like the real life stuff. Like when they walked up in that in Thor, they walked to that town they were in, whatever.
See,
and their shields look faked in real life. Look like just fucking like tin.
In that movie, I didn't like that the town looked fake as shit.
Well,
that was.
And that's why I ranked Thor lower. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, my least favorite.
By the way, if this got ranked above or below one I've done before, I'd change my mind.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll reveal my list here of how
That's
I rank
that'd be
them
a good episode. We look back and we actually correct our
maybe we'll
reviews.
I don't think I will because I have everything ranked on a list.
Any final thoughts you guys want to throw out before we're done?
Haley Atwell, I want to see you naked.
I want to do you. What?
I want whatever. I'll do. Yeah.
Do you or see it?
I want to see you naked.
Yeah,
my fiance might not like.
Yeah, you should probably stick with just see you naked.
Yeah,
Luke,
from a distance.
Luke can bang her
from a distance,
and you can watch.
Whatever. As long as I see her naked, I want to see your pasty white ass
vicariously.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It was. I was surprised, I guess, when I realized that it was the movie that led into Avengers. I thought more led into Avengers, but
Yeah. No, that's the last movie.
I'm surprised how I came around to it. Like multiple viewings, I liked it a lot more. But yeah, that was Captain America. Our review of it. The First Avenger.
Yep.
We're going to be getting around to the rest of the movies eventually. But if you want to find us all, you can find this guy at
Twitch, Twitter, PSN as MussKeg.
And you could find me at LewisLightning on Twitch. And this guy you could find at
Twitch, Twitter, PSN as CountryBoy_9. Don't forget to subscribe below.
And also stalking outside of Haley Atwell's house.
He's always there, man. Like 24/6.
Well, I think Sunday's off. It's the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
She'd like that. All right.
See you guys.
That's a Captain America solution.